Yeah, back in January, we got an unsolicited approach from a company called Basalt Infrastructure Partners. Um, and as you know, we were a listed company, so we're in the shop window all the time. Share price was reasonably low, and I think they've seen the company, seen what a fantastic company it is, and thought that this fits inside their normal criteria for buying an infrastructure business. And here we are in a very short period of time, from the end of January to actually last week, May the 9th, the deal is completed and we have new owners.
So, do you sit down with them and sign an agreement, or do they just merely buy a majority shareholding?
Yeah, I mean, all the shares are obviously traded on the stock market, and basically they approached us as a board. We recommended the offer after a negotiation period. We believed it was a good price for the company. We also think they're the right owners for the company at this stage in our evolution. So we recommended the bid to all our shareholders, and over the last couple of weeks, those shareholders voted in favour of the sale to Basalt, and here we are under new ownership.
What do Basalt do?
Yeah, so they're a company that invests typically in infrastructure. So just to give you an idea of other assets that they own ferry companies, they own energy assets, marine-based companies. So typical infrastructure investments. So Manx Telecom is pretty well suits their criteria for investment. You know, we're a great solid infrastructure business. So it's it's a good match.
The Isle of Man government, I know, are wanting to meet the new owners.
Yeah, I mean, early on when I was able to talk about the transaction, I reached out to the government and said, look, do you want to sit down and I'll help you understand who they are, what their intentions are with the company and on the island. And I've actually met a couple of the ministers and we agreed that I'd actually asked Basalt to come over to the island. Happens to be this week, so on Wednesday we will meet with the government, and it gives them an opportunity to ask questions about them, what they do, how they'll get involved in the business. We'll increase the awareness of what Basalt are all about.
Of course, the Isle of Man government are wanting to roll out 5G at the moment and really improve access, really, isn't it, to all those web links.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I'd look at it in terms of broadband. I think what we need as a nation, and the government are very keen to do, is actually have very high quality broadband. And even though the broadband, we believe is good in many parts of the island, the rolling out of fibre, which we've publicly committed to do, is a very good thing for the island. So we will continue to roll fibre out. 5G is another option. It's not something that we've made an investment decision on yet, but certainly broadband is absolutely key to us and to the island. So we believe that Basalt are good owners in the sense that they invest in things like fibre. So we'd hope that they can support us to continue to invest and maybe accelerate that investment.
Have there been any concerns within Manx Telecom about Huawei?
Well, we've had plenty of conversations about Huawei. We're not unduly concerned about them as a company. I think a lot of the noise around Huawei is all about 5G. As I said, we haven't made any investment decision on 5G yet. We have some of our assets are Huawei assets, so 4G is actually a Huawei, but there's no concerns around that infrastructure. So we're watching the space, seeing what happens with the Huawei, but at this point in time, we're not unduly concerned.
And just to finish with the new owners, there's a commitment to the current staff and management, etc. Nothing. We're not going to see much change. On the ground floor.
You're absolutely right. I mean, typically they invest not only in the company and the infrastructure and the assets, but they're investing in management and the people. So we're there to continue to run the company. We're there to set the strategy and share that with them and the vision for the company. So our expectation is it's business as usual. They're a good owner in the evolution of the company. We're at a point where really we want to invest more in the island and in growth of the business. So we see it as a good match for both parties.